Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Tuesday, February 8, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Houston Rockets vs New Orleans Pelicans. Coach Stephen Silas was disappointed by his team's 16 turnovers but said the mistakes are not due to a lack of effort. "They're trying to do what's right," he said. "They're trying to make plays. They're not trying to turn the ball over. But they have some of them were untimely, and we have to improve." Houston led by 11 early in the third quarter before the Pelicans scored the next 13 points to take a 62-60 lead that they did not relinquish. With these two teams playing the second of 2 consecutive games against one another, it's hard not to like New Orleans' chances in this spot. Houston has been among the NBA's worst teams on both ends of the floor, and with trade rumors swirling around the organization, the Rockets have been mired in a bit of a funk. Houston has dropped 6 of its last 7 games, but it's actually won 4 of its last 7 on the road. Brandon Ingram scored 33 points and tied a career high with 12 assists as the Pelicans used a late flurry to pull away from Houston. The Pelicans, who got out to a dismal 1-12 start, improved to 21-32 with a win, moving them into 10th place in the Western Conference. They get another shot at the lowly Rockets. Our first betting pick is New Orleans Pelicans -9.5. The Pelicans are expected to become sellers ahead of the NBA trade deadline as they try to reshape the roster around Williamson. New Orleans has apparently shown interest in acquiring De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes from the Sacramento Kings, according to the Sacramento Bee. Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Jackson Hayes are among the Pelicans that could be moved, while Josh Hart's team-friendly deal could also generate some interest in potential deadline deals. According to dunksandthrees.com, New Orleans sports an adjusted -2.6 net rating, good for 24th in the NBA. The Pelicans have scored at an adjusted rate of 109.1 points per 100 possessions for the season, 23rd in the NBA. They've also held their own defensively, posting an adjusted 111.7 defensive rating, which ranks 19th in the NBA. Our second betting pick will be over the total. Los Angeles Clippers vs Memphis Grizzlies. Last year's leading scorer Kawhi Leonard and this season's leading scorer Paul George are both out injured, and it's no surprise the Clippers are 24th in the NBA in scoring with an average of 106.3 points per game. Law shoots 45.0% overall, which is 21st in the NBA, and 36.0% from three-point land, which is 9th best. Norman Powell, who has only 1 game under his belt with the Clippers, is scoring an average of 28.0 points per game, while Reggie Jackson is scoring an average of 16.6 points per game. The leader in assists for the Clippers is Jackson with an average of 4.1 dishes per contest. The Clippers are averaging 23.3 assists and 13.4 turnovers per game for an assist-to-turnover ratio of 1.7. The Grizzlies have won 5 of their last 6 games and 8 of their last 9 home games. They are a very good offensive team and they have been on a roll in recent games, scoring more than 120 points per game while making 47% of their shots. They have dominated the paint, and they've done a great job on the offensive glass, averaging more than 15 offensive rebounds per game in their last 3 games, which will lead to a lot of extra scoring opportunities. Even though the Clippers have played well defensively, they are struggling at the moment, giving up 120 points or more in 2 of their last 3 games, and will have a hard time slowing down the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are also playing well on the defensive end, giving up less than 109 points per game. They are one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league, and they do a good job forcing turnovers, averaging more than 10 steals per game. Our first betting pick will be Memphis Grizzlies -8. Memphis is averaging 112.7 points per game. They scored 135 points in their last game, making 50.5% of their field goals and 33.3% of their three-pointers. Ja Morant led the way for the Grizzlies with 33 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Jaren Jackson Jr. finished with 21 points and 6 rebounds, while DeAnthony Melton added 16 points and 10 rebounds. Memphis has also played well defensively, giving up 108.6 points per game. They gave up 115 points in their last game and will need to play better if they want to get the win. Los Angeles is averaging 106.3 points per game. They scored 113 points in their last game, making 41.7% of their field goals and 39.1% of their three-pointers. Norman Powell led the way for the Clippers with 28 points and 4 assists. Marcus Morris Sr. finished with 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Robert Covington added 13 points and 4 rebounds. Los Angeles has played well defensively, giving up 107.4 points per game. They gave up 137 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. Our second betting pick is over the total. Detroit Pistons vs Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks keep hanging around, even though their second leading scorer Kristaps Porzingis can't stay on the floor. But Luka Doncic is really that good that he can mostly carry a team to the playoffs by himself. The Porzingis-less Mavericks are coming off back-to-back wins over the Sixers and the Hawks. On Sunday, Dallas shut down the high-flying Hawks, beating them 103-94. Doncic did his thing, dropping a triple-double with 18 points, 10 rebounds and 11 assists. The Pistons have lost 8 of their last 9 games and 8 of their last 10 road games. They have struggled offensively, especially on the road where they are making only 41% of their shots. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Mavericks, and they're very careless with the ball. They are facing a Dallas team that is 5th in defensive efficiency and will likely be without Cade Cunningham and Frank Jackson, who are listed as questionable for this game, so expect them to struggle offensively once again. The Mavericks are playing well offensively, even without second leading scorer Kristaps Porzingis, who missed their last 4 games and is expected to miss this game as well. They are great on the offensive glass and don't turn the ball over a lot. The Detroit Pistons have lost 4 straight games and have dropped to 12-41 on the season. Only the Magic have a worse record at 12-43. The Pistons are bad, no question, but they have also been decimated by injuries, losing their leading scorer Jerami Grant and several other key players for large chunks of the season. Rookie star Cade Cunningham has been pretty reliable though, although he is now banged up. Cunningham has missed the last 3 games with a hip injury, all losses. Our first betting pick will be Dallas Mavericks. Dallas is averaging 106.2 points per game. They scored 103 points in their last game, making 43.2% of their field goals and 44.4% of their three-pointers. Reggie Bullock led the way for the Mavericks with 22 points and 9 rebounds. Jalen Brunson finished with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Luka Doncic added 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. Dallas has also played well defensively, giving up 103.5 points per game. They gave up 94 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. Detroit is averaging 102.5 points per game. They scored 105 points in their last game, making 42.1% of their field goals and 37.5% of their three-pointers. Saddiq Bey led the way for the Pistons with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Trey Lyles finished with 16 points and 7 rebounds, while Corey Joseph added 15 points and 4 assists. Detroit has struggled defensively, giving up 111.8 points per game. They gave up 118 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. Our second betting pick will be under the total. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.